Central with Burt Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Burt Barron, 732-545-9282. Or toll free at 888-545-9282.
7:38 back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC. Contest coming up in this half hour of the show. Voucher good for a pair of tickets to see Sylvia at the Court Theater, New York City, starring Matthew Broderick. And just got word the show is closing January 3rd. So you'll win the vouchers from me today. You'll see the show this week, and all will be good in life. All right, so your chance to win that is coming up. We got our Need to Know Things as well. And so stick around. We do have a special in-studio guest in the 8 o'clock hour. To the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline we go, our Tuesday feature that we call What's It Worth, where we welcome in the president and owner of National Estate Jewelers in East Brunswick, Barry Blank. We welcome him back to the show this morning. Barry, good morning. Welcome back. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Good to have you back on the show this morning.
It was a wonderful Thanksgiving. Nothing could be better than being with family, could it?
This is true. Very true. When you talk about value, that's about as valuable as it gets, the time that we spend with our family and loved one. And we're going to jump into our topic in just a second. A serious thing for you, Barry. I saw an HBO special over the weekend. Very disturbing. It talked about the ivory trade in Africa, where these elephants, 30,000 a year, are slaughtered just so that poachers could steal their ivory and make collectibles and make little trinkets out of ivory. It was really heartbreaking to watch. What's the answer, Barry? How do you take something like that and make it worth zero so that nobody wants it in the world? Is there a way that you can drive down the value of something to prevent something like that from happening?
Well, you can't sell ivory in New Jersey, New York, and most of the 50 states anymore, whether it's antique or not. So, I mean, you know, I have ivory that's 1 to 200 years old,
Wow.
and now that's not even saleable. It has to make up like less than 5% of the total package if it is ivory. But ivory is now not saleable in the States.
It isn't. Okay, so if someone was to walk in with your shop with a piece of ivory, you can't do anything with it.
Couldn't touch it. No, I could, but I could buy it, but I couldn't sell it.
I see.
It's a very interesting market, but things do have what they call now a black market value.
That's what this was, right?
Yeah, and that's just a real different and something we don't get involved at all with.
Understood. Yeah, it's just kind of heartbreaking to watch. So I said,
Totally.
let me talk to Barry about what can be done about this. All right, on a much lighter note, let's talk about a different kind of value, if we could, Barry. Different types of value. Let's start with retail value of an item. Talk about how retail value works.
Retail value is generally the highest price. People don't want to hear that, but it's the price that you would buy something at a normal retail store, whether it's a big box store or a mom and pop store. And it really depends on what it costs to manufacture and market and all the costs that nobody wants to ever hear, that the store is actually making a profit, you know. But it's the price that you get when you walk into a store.
So when Drew Carey on The Price is Right says retail value of this jar of mayonnaise is $2.99, everything goes into the price of manufacturing and selling that jar of mayonnaise to arrive at the retail price.
Right, and then there are luxury goods like a Louis Vuitton, which if you add up the price of the raw materials, it doesn't even, it's a mere fraction, if at all, part of the cost. You know, and you go to any of the high-end stores, and you look at their price, and if you buy it, that same exact item, not made by a big name, you can actually save a lot of money, which is what we call it's not always forgery, but people copy things to make them look similar.
Mm-hmm.
But you're buying something at a lot less of a cost.
Gotcha. How does that differ then when you talk about wholesale value or fair market value? That kind of ties back into what you just discussed.
Wholesale and fair market are actually two different values. The wholesale price is the price at which it would literally cost you to acquire something from a manufacturer, and that is the wholesale value to resell it. The fair market value is what does it change? What monetary value changes hands on the aftermarket value, on the post-market. So you've now purchased a car. What is it worth? As soon as you walk out of that store, people say you lose 30% of its value. You don't lose 30% of its value, but that $30,000 car is still worth $30,000 if you want to go buy the same one from the manufacturer, from the dealer. But now you, as a second purchaser, can only get maybe 20 to 24 for it because you don't offer all the services that the dealer does. Same thing with jewelry, same thing with a couch, same thing with clothing. And certain things hold their value, but it hold their value in, I couldn't say hold their value, it's kind of wrong, but it's interesting.
Is it depreciation? I've heard that word thrown around a lot. Does that factor into this?
Depreciation is very different. Depreciation is an accounting term. You talk about something like ivory.
Yeah.
Ivory just became worth nothing, which I support because but depreciation has more to do with an accounting procedure. Jewelry will always have its intrinsic metal and diamond value, but that is 10 to 30% of its original retail cost. And people say, "Wow, what a markup!" I said, "You look at a pair of eyeglasses.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
$250, $300, $400, $500 for something with maybe it has 10 cents worth of materials in it."
Right. Yep.
And
Exactly.
it's the designer, it's the manufacturer, it's the store's reputation, it's their standing behind it. So go ahead.
Yeah. Talk about, if you could, Barry. Barry Blank is with us. This is What's It Worth here on Jersey Central. A lot of people this time of year, Barry, they're really on the fence about keeping things, selling things for money, or maybe just throwing something out because there's no value in it. Well, what should people do? They'll need some extra money for holiday shopping or whatever. How do you make that determination about keep, sell, or discard?
Well, the bottom line is you gotta know if what you're saying has any value. First of all, does it have any value to you? Sentimentally, nobody buys sentimental value. You got to look at it and the way to look at it is it a name brand? Can it be researched? Is it precious metal? If you don't know if it's precious metal, bring it to somebody like me and we'll test it right in front of you.
And that'll help with the determination there, sure.
Right, and you can look online, but if you look online, I'm going to caution everybody, because most people go to online sales venues. The price somebody's asking for something is not what you get, because you can ask $10,000 and only sell it for $500, $800, $2,000, and a lot of people do that. So you got to look at completed or sold results on any online venue.
Okay. Interesting. If you could share a story recently, you encountered a piece. I guess someone brought a piece to your store, white gold and coral bracelet that had the appearance of being a piece of costume jewelry, but you're kind of surprised when you had a chance to take a closer look at this. Can you share that story?
Sure. A woman came into my store, and she says, "Oh, I don't think this is anything." And I took one look at it, and it's clearly marked 18 karat on one of the clasps, and it was worth thousands of dollars. And her face turned white, and
Wow.
I looked at her, and I said, "Why?" She said, "Well, I was given a necklace and earrings, and I assumed they were trash, and I threw them out."
Oh boy.
So,
No.
and what she got, she was multiplying 3 times, because the necklaces and earrings would weigh a lot more than just the bracelet. And it gets complicated, but you really have to be careful when you're cleaning things out. And that's where we come in.
Yeah, that's exactly why. And also a rather unusual item that you had the chance of seeing not long ago, a platinum ladies wristwatch that had a very special, interesting component on that. Can you talk about that?
It did. Very unusual. I'd never seen one of these, and I don't, and in my 30, 40 years in business, I'd never seen one again. But it was the crystal or the glass is what we usually call it, wasn't made of glass or plastic. This crystal was made of a flat diamond. And when I looked at it, I said, "I know that's a diamond." And I was right. The crystal was a flat diamond. What a beautiful watch.
Why would you use diamond to make a part of a wristwatch?
Well, I guess one answer is because they could,
Right.
but also
Right.
because it added a dimension to that watch that would be very much in demand.
Yeah, sounds
And
like it. Wow.
but as a diamond, didn't have a lot of value. But as a watch with that was probably half an inch long by couple of quarters of an inch wide. It was wonderful.
Wow, amazing. And big
Yeah.
stuff happening, continuing this week at National Estate Jewelers. You want to talk about some incentives and some cool things you got going on there?
Well, we're giving away a small bag of colored stones. Now, we've been in business in that location since 1999, and you can imagine we have hundreds of pounds of stones.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making up little pouches that we're giving away to anybody that walks in with no purchase necessary. In addition, we're also not in addition. It's either you get a chance to choose from a little pouch of colored stones or a piece of costume jewelry that we're giving away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like an instant gift for somebody then.
An instant gift all week long. You know, it's we're picking up. We're loading them in. It'll start probably in a day or two.
Wow, very nice. And also, of course, free evaluation days on Tuesdays, verbal evaluations, courtesy of National Estate Jewelers to celebrate Barry's weekly appearances with me. And also the movie tickets giveaway is continuing.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Movie
That's
tickets,
really important.
right.
This is the AMC theaters. We're giving away 2 tickets. Whether you sell us $250 of merchandise or more, or buy from our brand new and redesigned showroom, anything $250 or more. And this is a pair of tickets, good anytime. I don't think there's any blackout. There may be the 3D you can't go to, but you know, they're great tickets.
Yeah,
it's
really
just
good.
A great Christmas giveaway.
Excellent. So get over to National Estate Jewelers, Route 18 North in East Brunswick. There, stop by. And see what this is all about. And you never know what you have laying around at home, that's for sure. Barry Blank, thank you for being with us today and every Tuesday for What's It Worth, and we'll do it again next week, okay?
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Barry Blank, my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center.